speaking of attempts, Sony attempted a lot of stuff with their multiverse in 2021.
We've seen the extent of how it's going to work now.
Hey, Feige, can you put Venom into the MCU? Yes, only if I keep a piece of the symbiote and do it right. Ah, damn it. Okay, you got your way.
But how's that one bit stay behind? It doesn't matter. It's fine.
It doesn't matter. It's going to have a brand new voice and a brand new look, and we're never going to reference the old Venom again.
They're keeping the voice.
You think?
100%, yeah. Oh. You don't have Feige be like, oh, look how iconic Tom Hardy is in the role as Eddie Brock and Venom. It's like, yeah, keeping the voice.
I would hope so, but I have a feeling like, do you think they do Tom Hardy variant, or like did they just do a new...
I don't know,
because I want Gargan as Venom.
Like, I think you could easily do a variant, and it's a nice quick way to switch him up completely, so it's not confusing.
Mm-hmm.
But I think at the same time you do something radically different.
Yeah,
because then you're doing like a variant of Eddie Brock. You're taking away storylines you could do for the Venom movies.
Yeah, that's very true.
So like, have your cake and eat it, and do a different Venom. Yeah. No, it's not like everyone's been Venom at one point, right?
I see what you did there. Because they have. They literally have. Oh.
And this way you can still do Carnage, you can still do Toxin, you can do all the symbiotes.
Yeah.
I mean, Crush, you could even do the whole Null storyline from Donny Cates' run. With the way they've been like, oh yeah, multi-dimensional hive mind, billions of years. Ooh.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it's kind of like an endless world of possibilities, really, if you think about it, with the symbiote and everything you can do with it and how you handle it. And again, like, this was also that year, like, we got all the Morbius stuff, right? And it's like, where is this even? Like, what is this? It's like, got the Oscorp logo from this, the Daily Bugle from this from the MCU. This is all original. We got Kraven's, I don't know, Cavalcade Bakery Center. Like, what the hell is that place? The Silver Sable. I don't know what the hell they're doing.
The Silver Sable Salon.
Yeah, what? Like, it's...
So the SSS is kind of a... Typical Sony.
I can't wait till they introduce at the end of the film Killer Kraven's carvings, all with K's.
Oh.
3 S's and 3 K's right next to each other. And Sony's like, what? We didn't figure it out. I can't connect.
You thought we were going to do the Sinister Six, but here's the Axis.
Oh no! I could see somebody pitching this to Sony and them missing what it's saying. They're like, that's a great idea. Do it. Mock up those posters.
See, if they pitched it to the Japanese side of Sony, they'd be like, no.
Yeah. But Tom
Rothman,
the
American ones, they're like, what do you mean?
Tom Rothman's just sitting there still eating those leftover blue paint chips, being like, yeah, it's a great idea there. Can Logan show up? No. God damn it, Rothman. So here's the thing. We had Venom Let There Be Carnage. They killed Carnage after having some 22 minutes of screen time approximately. So
yeah,
that was a bold move.
That was a bad movie.
Yeah. Look, it was better than the first one because it was so much faster.
No, not at all. First one's miles better.
No, that one lasted an extra 30 minutes and it was all in the dark.
Doesn't matter. It was more bearable.
No. Are you forgetting the Chinese lady that took like a half a year to get on a plane?
No, because I think that's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. I had to rewatch all the Spider-Man movies with the old dear because she was like, "Oh, I want to see him." It's like, okay, we'll watch him. We didn't manage to get it in before No Way Home.
Oh, nice.
And it's like, oh yeah. She's like, hold on a minute. It's like, yeah, she took 6 months to get on a plane. Like, this whole movie going like, oh yeah, perfect hosts, and somehow it survived 6 months on like a 70-year-old woman. Or
the Venom symbiote could have literally crawled at the bottom of the sea to California faster.
Yeah. Yeah,
Where is
that's
Eddie?
true.
Dragging its carcass across. But hey, here's
Yeah,
another
no,
big
the
one.
first one's definitely better.
I'll never know because I ain't never rewatching it, so that's good. um, how about the future of Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield though? That's something we may or
Yeah,
may
I
not
mean,
see.
I assume it will happen.
Yeah,
It's kind of like, right, we'll do what you want to do, and you play it that way.
I mean, Sony
So I
finds
assume the only
themselves.
reason they came back was because Toby and Andrew were like, yeah, we want to be able to play it this way, and they're like, yeah, sure.
Yeah, Sony's willing to bend the knee to them instead of the other way
Mm.
around, which means they got some power, which could obviously be good in the long run for them. But it's just one of those very curious things of how they're approaching the whole scenario where you're like, like something seems a little off with this. And maybe that's just because the cynic part of me is like, Sony is doing a Sony and they're going to try to ultimately screw this up, or not try, they're going to inevitably
They
screw
will.
it up. Yeah, because they're Sony. So,
I mean, I don't think anything's set in stone just yet.
yeah, definitely.
They're probably not even talking about it because it's Hollywood's like Christmas break for a month or whatever.
Yeah.
But I think they'll 100% be like, what can we do?
Mm-hmm.
Whether it goes anywhere, I don't know. But I would imagine they'll be talking to the pair of them.
You would.
Especially Garfield. I think there's too much buzz around Garfield making a TASM 3 at the minute for that not to happen.
There's been more buzz about Garfield than Tobey Maguire, which is shocking. Like,
yeah,
that's.
I think because Toby has that complete trilogy, and people just give Andrew that one more movie.
Yeah, like Toby's trilogy legitimately ends on a fine note where you're like, yeah, all right, you ended. No, we'll count Venom and what happens there. You can't ignore it. It is canon.
I wasn't ignoring it. I was more meaning like, is it fine? Is it fine? He even in No Way Home, he's like, yeah, my best friend died in my arms, completely ignoring the fact that they teamed up together. Right? He's like, I've never worked as a team. It's just like, hold on a minute, you did.
Mitch, Kang, you see, Kang?
Makes sense.
They're gonna reveal that Kang actually has a variant who's Morlin, and he's gonna be hunting all the spider totems. See? That's how they're gonna explain it.
I mean, we all know Morland's going to happen at some point, right?
Probably, yeah.
The whole inheritors thing, like, yeah, once you get enough spider people going, 100%.
I was going to say, that's what they're going to do as their giant blow-off Avengers film. It's going to be every Spider-Man comes back, here's Morlin, fight him. Oh, okay. Like, that's...
Though why they're not making 1,000 different Spider-Man films as opposed to making villain movies, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like it's literally right there.
Like, Spider-Woman, Spider-Gwen, and Silk, all of it.
Spider-Gwen's another thing we've heard about. That apparently they want Emma Stone back to do Spider-Gwen, which is please. I'm not the greatest fan of the idea of Spider-Gwen because I'm very much a no Gwen stays dead sort of person.
Yeah.
But, all right, if you're gonna do it, do it.
I mean, a part of me is really wondering why they haven't done a Spider-Man noir film. Like, what? Like, how are you not doing that? That would.
I think they're scared of Nick Cage.
I was gonna say, you put Nick Cage in that, and man, that film could be so cheap yet so big in terms of money. Like, imagine Nick Cage doing the detective work in like the 30s, 40s in the noir setting as Spider-Man, but he's using guns openly. He has this weird origin, and on top of that, you're letting Cage just Cage to the max. Yeah. Man, that's perfect. It's perfect.
And also, we've got Silk over on Amazon, apparently.
Yeah. Yeah.
They announced that.
And nothing's happened since. Nothing has happened. Which, I suppose this is Amazon's way. Like, they're like, we're announcing the Wheel of Time or whatever. You hear nothing about it. They're like, we're done shooting and we're gonna put it out in a year. You're like, what?
That's true. I'll be fully honest here. I only heard about the Wheel of Time when it dropped.
Yeah. I heard about it once. Like, a friend I know who reads the books was like, I'm so excited. And they shared the article that's being made like 3 years ago. And it suddenly just dropped. I'm like, oh, okay. Like, so.
Like, cool, it happened. Like,
Yeah, it's definitely interesting. So yeah, all sorts of good stuff happening. I guess Sony has some multiverse plans. They're spinning their own spiderweb and multiversal attempt, and we'll see what happens. Remain optimistic. Maybe they'll pull it off. I don't know.
I mean, it will happen. It's just you know the level of quality to expect. It is going to be slug.
Of course it is.
You're going to get the Madam Web movie, and it's going to be horrendous. It's just her sitting in that damn like mechanized web chair for an hour and 30 minutes.
But this is going to be Sony, so they're going to be like, what if instead of that mechanized chair, she's in a swing on a playground?
Oh.
Yeah, okay.
Oh.
Sure, Sony.
I mean, I can see it happening, but
exactly.